Confidence versus arrogance. Confidence versus arrogance. How do we tell the difference between confidence and arrogance? How can we identify when a person is simply an arrogant asshole or a shining ball of confidence? And most importantly, how do we know which one we are? Those darn hurtful truths. I can recall once when my fight manager said to me, "Jermaine, if you were more arrogant, you would be way more sellable. You're one of the greatest fighters in the world, but you're not arrogant enough. The fans would love you way more if you came out and just went nuts." Was he correct? I'll get back to that one later in this read, but let's first define both words, confidence and arrogance, so we are clear on their meanings. Confidence, the feeling or belief that one can rely on someone or something, firm trust. Arrogant, having or revealing an exaggerated sense of one's own importance or abilities. Never what you think. I would say in layman's terms that confidence is silent and arrogance is loud. In fact, I would even go out on a limb to say that it could be hard to tell if someone truly has confidence, since it is something that is more personal than social. We can assume someone is confident about something because they do it well, but just because they do something well doesn't mean that they are confident. Confident people aren't loud about their confidence because they are so confident they don't waste their time expressing it or trying to convince others that they are confident. An imposter. We can see through the definitions that it's easy to mix these two up. Being confident can easily cross over to being arrogant, and the two can be confused with each other. In fact, arrogance is the imposter of confidence. Many people who are truly arrogant view themselves as confident, and many view loud, arrogant people as confident. The truth is, neither can really be identified by an outsider. The confident person may be dead silent, inactive, and fearless, while the arrogant person is obnoxious, loud, and more afraid inside than a toddler in a haunted house. Not so black and white. So we have to ask ourselves, which is best to have, confidence or arrogance? Getting back to what my manager told me about my fight career, would have been more prosperous if I would have been more arrogant. Was he correct? Well, more than 1 million professional wrestlers viewers proved that the theory correct regarding a paycheck. The image of pro wrestlers is total arrogance that entertains the heck out of a crowd. To the crowd, it doesn't matter if a pro wrestler thinks he is confident about his match, the audience wants him to show it. So yes, I agree that my manager was correct. However, popularity and money was not my priority while fighting, so I did not follow his advice. My goal was to promote honor and the controlled, disciplined way of the warrior while under combat pressure, and to discover real fighting truths so I could convert them into self-defense for everyday citizens. I succeeded well in my efforts. Wrong thing for the right reason. As much as I am not a fan of arrogance or arrogant people, I must admit that there are times when arrogance can come into play. Arrogance can be used to psych our foe out. This is a tactic that is used daily by everyday people on their friends and associates. Arrogance also can be used to give us courage when we truly don't have confidence by helping us to psych ourselves out. Most modern people respond to arrogance with obedience and fear, so sad as it is to say, arrogance can be used to herd others. This tactic is used daily by many entertainers, activists, and even officials on fans, spectators, and the masses. This is because, to the masses, loud and obnoxious means smart and courageous. This allows the weaponization of arrogance by the weak and afraid to make themselves appear strong and fearless. Arrogance for security. Another place that I put arrogance to work is doing venue security work and bodyguarding. I actually train security staff to use what is called a high intimidation factor whenever they are dealing with a crowd that has a reputation of troublemaking. They are trained to carry a scowling expression while sticking their chests out with flaring muscle man posing arms. They are directed to actually appear as if they are an arrogant jerk who is looking for trouble and can't wait for the opportunity to kick someone's ass because they know they can. They are daring the troublemakers to let them catch them making trouble. As inappropriate as this may sound to you, this theory has been repeatedly tested and proven to work with potentially violent crowds. Troublemakers do not want trouble with people who truly want trouble with them. Don't believe the hype. Even though arrogance can be used in a positive way at times, it is still an offensive and negative way to behave. Confidence is the most important personality trait to attain for success in life. It is sincere, solid, adaptable, and it won't break under pressure like arrogance will. Confidence is also pleasant. It doesn't offend like arrogance does. And when a person notices confidence in another person, it is usually admired. Bred in the struggle. True confidence is solely developed and earned through a unique, complex, lengthy process with a threatening risk of loss and unsure, differing results. True confidence, in short, is earned solely by the person who is stepping up to prove something to his or herself. It cannot be taught, given, or loaned to him. There isn't a process or a map to follow it, and neither is its arrival a loud, rewarding gift or acknowledgement. It is absorbed unknowingly through experiences that try and test the self-belief of a person who is attempting to accomplish something that he or she has to do on his or her own and may fail at it. Earn confidence by arrogance. Confidence will not come from handouts or bailouts. Only arrogance can be purchased in such a manner. True confidence usually appears when we master the things within our life that we dreamed of accomplishing and struggled alone to make happen. The key that builds confidence isn't the accomplishment of the desired goal. Instead, it's every single thing that was done to get to the goal. Honed in the struggle. Confidence is actually a mindset that is built individually by each of us for us during a moment when we are truly tested and succeed ourselves. Confidence is a product of the process, not the trophies. And that is how real, immovable confidence is constructed and maintained. Confidence that would make arrogance pee itself and frantically run away if the two ever came into conflict.